going on, everyone? It's Jacqueline here from Nothing But Tech. Welcome to the top 10 best Android apps of the month for the month of July. If you like what you see, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get into it. Before I get into this video, I want to thank GraphicStock for sponsoring it. GraphicStock has the largest unlimited download library of graphics, photos, vectors, and illustrations with more than 350,000 images, and it's still growing. And all of these images come with a royalty-free agreement, so you can't get hit with copyright claims. GraphicStock and I are giving away 7 days free, so you can try it out and get access to the massive image library and royalty-free license for free. A lot of the images can make great phone backgrounds as well, which is something that I've been using it for a ton because the high-quality images are awesome as a phone background in combination with the really high-end resolution displays. Go to graphicstock.com/YouTube or hit the link in the description down below to get started and start downloading your images today. The first pick is Pixel Pill Widget Pro. This is an awesome widget based off of the Pixel launcher. It displays a date and it can also show you the weather. The widget can also be customized in terms of the color of it, what it directs to when it's clicked, and which provider it pulls its weather info from. It is an awesome widget for stock Android lovers, and it definitely deserves a place on your home screen. Sticking with customizing your phone, the bold icon pack is now my new favorite minimalist but colorful icon pack. It has over 1,190 icons, and the developers are constantly adding new ones. All the icons obviously look different, but the color theme and the style of them makes them all tie in together to work as a collective pack, obviously. The pack also has a bunch of flat wallpapers, which work really well in complementing the icons, as they're flat enough where the icons can still stand out, but they still have their own character. So I'm obviously really happy with the icons that work with my supported apps, but I say supported apps because there's a huge gripe with this application, and it's that it does not support enough smaller applications, which means that if I use one of the unsupported applications on my home screen, it ruins the whole aesthetic. So I understand supporting the major ones first because they're a small team of designers. They don't have enough resources to support every single application on the Play Store, but hopefully as the icon pack continues to do well and they expand, they'll be able to support the smaller applications that only have like 100,000 downloads, because those are actually some of my favorite apps on Android. And it looks bad to have something that's not supported with all of your other good-looking icons. It just really ruins the whole look, as I already said. Regardless though, if you want to check this out, which I would highly recommend obviously, I'll link it below alongside every other app mentioned in this video. Third on this list is the to-do list app with a completely different approach. It's called Ike, I think. I'm probably butchering that name. Comment down below if I am. But regardless of how it's pronounced, this application is one of my all-time favorites. It takes a brand new approach at the to-do list game by bringing in a colorful UI and very intuitive controls. Split into 4 different categories: focus, goals, fit in, and back burner, of course. It is easy to create a note and then put it into one of these categories. Simply drag the plus icon to whatever section you want the task to be under, and then a note screen will pop up where you can type in the task. For example, let's say that I want to set a goal. I drag the plus icon to goal, and then if I want to set the goal as getting out the finale of building my ultimate setup, I type that in, and then from there I can pick when I want to finish it by, and then I can also add in reminders, images, audio, and any notes that I have about this goal. Once I tap the done button to confirm the goal, a 1 will show up in the goal section to show me that I have a goal that I need to complete. A swipe to the right on the goal will mark it as completed, and then the application will show you how many goals you have completed, how many are due, and let's be real, how many are overdue also, because we all procrastinate a little bit. It's a great application for goal-oriented people like myself, and I really love the aesthetic here. Alright, so if you know me, then you know that I'm obsessed with everything lining up perfectly, so symmetry, coming in at my number 4 pick, feels like it was just made for me. Essentially, this game relies solely on the fact that as humans, we like everything to line up together perfectly. So all this game requires you to do is reflect a pattern over the line of symmetry, and although it sounds pretty simple, the satisfying animation and noise that it makes when you do complete the task correctly makes all feel right in the world. As the levels progress, it definitely takes some thought to kind of think in reverse of how you're going to match everything up, but once the pattern is tapped correctly, the sense of completion that you get is unmatched. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking this just a little bit, but regardless, if you download this game, you'll thank me. Almost guaranteed. Alright, so once you decided that you've had enough relaxation and you want to get back to the real world, This news app will for sure bring you back to reality given how bad news has been lately. Although the name Duck Soup kind of sounds like a name of a bad food dish, this app is legit, I promise. It brings articles from your favorite sources in a very clean way. Organized in application-looking tiles, each news source is just a click away. All the major news sources are featured on this app, and the articles are really well designed, so there's a lot of information displayed without it feeling overpowering. The developers of the Apple News app should definitely take a design cue from this application. I just really cannot overstate how much I love it. Alright, so what would a best Android apps video be without a sweet wallpaper application? Nothing, right? Alright, I got you. So this one is called Ace Wallpapers, and for the price of $0, the selection here is very impressive. Different categories will help you find what you're looking for, and my favorite by far is obviously photography. There's not a ton to choose from here, but I've always been a believer in quality over quantity, and that is for sure the case here. Every photo in this app is very high quality and something that I'd be very happy setting as my wallpaper. They're minimalistic enough that it would suit someone like Craig Adams, but they do have a pop that will draw people's eyes to your background and ask where you got it from, which is always something that I want in an application like this. Hopping back on the customization train though, Navbar apps is my next pick. It has a ton of customization features, but my favorite is definitely the active app settings, which has the navbar change colors to match the app that you're in. For example, if you're in an orange app, then the navbar will be orange. Purple app, purple navbar. You get the point. It's such a simple thing, but it really takes the device's aesthetics to the next level. You can also choose to have the bar stay one color at all times, although I definitely prefer the first feature over this one. My second favorite feature is a battery percentage feature, which converts the navbar into a battery indicator using a simple, easy to read visual. Other features include an image bar, music bars while audio is playing, and then other things that are soon to come is other custom overlays they say in the app, so we're gonna have to wait and see what those are. The app is packed to the brim with customization, so it definitely deserves your attention if you're into making your phone as functional and as unique as possible. Alarmy is my 7th pick, and although I might hate it some mornings, I'm very happy to have it. Let me explain. This one is an alarm clock app that requires you to complete a special method in order to turn it off, meaning that you can't just simply click off your alarm and fall back to sleep. Options range from taking a photo to scanning a QR code. My favorite though is having to solve a math problem, as that leaves a little room for error. The picture option is a cool concept, but it is a little bit more finicky than I would have hoped, as a photo has to be taken in the same exact angle in order for it to detect that it's the same photo, and when you're just waking up, it's kind of hard to remember exactly how you took the photo the night before. Regardless though, this interesting twist to shutting off the alarm has made it the most effective alarm app for getting me out of bed on time. Second to last on this list is the Floor Plan Creator application, and maybe it's just because I'm constantly making new sets and furnishing new places, but this app just really does it for me. From the clean interface to the vast amount of functionality it packs, it is an app that I literally use all the time. One small gripe that I do have with it though is the fact that there is a huge advertisement displayed on the top of the screen, but I got over that as soon as I saw the 3D view option. Basically you can add a bunch of different stuff like showers, sinks, tubs, kitchen appliances, couches, a desk, lamps, anything that you'd want to have in a room, and you can add it all and get the dimensions and everything, and then you can see it in a 3D view to kind of get how it would actually look in real life. So, if you're an architect, this app is the holy grail for you, but even for a novice like myself, this app is super intuitive and a lot of fun to mess around with. My final pick of the month though, and probably my favorite out of all of these, is Mismatch, and damn, this is a fun game. Unlike the typical games which ask you to match up 3 of the same object, this game wants you to do the opposite. Your objective is to mismatch the nearby same color squares. It definitely takes a few seconds to get used to this way of thinking, but once you do, it's a crazy race to get to the next level. So although it is different in the concept of the game, like most games, it does have a point-based system, which adds to the competition factor if a few of your friends have the game as well. It's a really, really fun game, and I find myself playing it when I'm in waiting rooms or just have a few minutes on my hand. You should go check that one out alongside everything else in this video. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Leave other recommendations down below in the comments on other apps that you're finding yourself using a lot. These are some really awesome picks that I've been using on the almost daily on my phone. Thank you guys all so much for watching this one. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe because we have a lot more coming, and hit that like button to let me know that you want more of this. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Bye!